So, good afternoon, guys. Just, oh, Ian living in the Philippines. I nearly forgot. So, just on my lunch, my wife has gone out playing games again. So, I was just laying here, sort of relaxing, and then a couple of things came to my mind that I thought I have to get them out now and like let you know some of my thoughts. A couple of things, if I can remember what. So, there was one. We go to some parties now and again, and as I mentioned in my previous video, we were at a christening yesterday. Oh, I must say I made a mistake. I said it was my wife's niece christening. It's her granddaughter's christening. And I think maybe I should get that out of the way first. Her niece, see, I've said it again, her granddaughter. So it is the daughter of my wife's eldest son. So she just recently had a baby and she's only 16. And her boyfriend, he's 17. So that was a bit, yeah, I'll say strange, odd, a bit naughty. Put it that way. The thing is, so, when did she have the baby? 3 or 4 weeks ago? So anyway, before that, a few weeks before that, she was actually here. Because sometimes she comes here for the weekend and she cleans up the house because, she wants to come and see us. And she said she didn't know she was pregnant. So we didn't even know. She didn't look as if she was pregnant. And she was on the chairs here, cleaning the house up and down and all the stairs and the cupboards. She took the stuff out the cupboards and cleaned all the dust out. And then, was it a few weeks after that, we got information. Yeah, she's just had a baby. No way. How? What's a joke? And then, so we got in contact with her. He says, "What's all this about a baby?" She says, "Yes, I've just had a baby boy." Crazy. It's one of those, you don't believe it until it actually happens in your own family. So that's that. So yeah, underage sex in the Philippines. You do see many young, I'm not going to say girls, but women with babies. Okay, when I used to go back to the UK, I sort of saw the same thing. Like every young woman that's walking around has a pushchair with a child in it. So I don't know. It's totally different from when I was young. And then what happened to? Because that's another thing that gets me. The Philippines, they're so religious, Christians, and you do sex before marriage. But then when, for example, when I got married here, the registry office, well, not the registry office, it's the mayor's. It was the mayor's office of the town, and you don't get married alone. There was I think there was 8 or 9 pairs. So we all go in there all at the same time. So the mayor is there, of the town. So he reads stories and blah 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 blah, and then it's yes, no, and sign, and they do each pair. So, but I noticed there was a few big tummies. So probably getting married because they were also very young, very young. But yeah, I got married when I was 21, and my ex-wife, she was 18. We got married one day after her 18th birthday, and the reason for that was I was stationed near that town where she lived, and I was being posted to another part of Germany, and so that we wasn't alone or being parted. Um, so we'll get married. So then my wife then would come with me wherever I went. And actually, we didn't. I ended up not far away from that town anyway. But yes, so I got married very young as well. I was 21, she was 18. But yeah, here it's like I said, being that it's a very religious country. That's what makes me think also about the cemeteries, how they treat the person after they've died. It makes me shake my head so I get sometimes confused. So we were talking about sex. Um, a lot of you guys that will come over here, if you haven't been to the Philippines, the families are huge. That's only for what I've seen the 5 years I've been here. My wife, cousins, and cousins, and uncles and aunts. So many. Then when we're talking, oh yeah, my cousin, blah blah. You remember him, right? I said, not really. No, it's just so many compared to like me back in the UK. I only have a few. Here, they just so there was a woman. I'm not sure. I think she lives just down the road. Anyway, she was talking to my wife the other day, and I went out there. She has 14 children. 14, 1 4. And she says at the moment she has 42 grandchildren. Oh my God. And then I said to her, well, how many brothers and sisters do you have? And she said, 9. And you'll see this with many of the older generation here. That there was a place we went to yesterday, I think. Oh no, I'm getting mixed up. Did I just say 12? No, I said 14. 12. This woman here, 12. Because yesterday where we went, so there was another older woman there. So we were sat there and she came and spoke to my wife and said, yeah, she has 14. That's right. She has 14 and the woman had 12. And I mean, we say jokingly because they were older and yeah, they lived out in the provinces. It gets dark early. Um, Nothing on the TV. So yeah, well, you must have been all really bored. Nothing on the TV that night. So what else is there to do? It's okay. Back in Europe, you say 4 or 5. My brother, for example, has 8, and that's like an exception. You don't see that often, or if you do, then you're in the newspapers. But here there are so many. It's And the other thing you hear, the women are very. I have a word, but I don't want to. They're very active. Yes, they like to be very active. I suppose this is another reason why we like to be with an Asian woman. Um, it was actually funny because I'm not sure if I should say this or not, but um, for example, when I was young, I liked also to be very active. But my ex-wife, she was not so. It was okay just now and again. And then I said to her one time, I says, "Well, sometimes you want to be more active, and then I won't." So, you know. Anyway, it was yeah at that time, you know, once a week or twice a week we were active. My ex at that time, which was okay, I think, or not. Let me know in the comments. How active are you? Or send me an email if you don't want to be. My email address is in the channel description. It is there. Some people have said they can't find my email. It is there. I've checked myself. So then, when I left after my first marriage broke up, I left, and then you come here to Asia. So yes, very the women are very active. Yes, they are very. The women here are very. Well, that's what I um, you hear it from other people. Um, yeah, and you see it. The girls, they're very. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's that thing. So yeah, guys, if you're looking for an Asian woman, be warned. They are very. Be warned. I said it can be very tiring. Yeah, very large families. That's the problem with the women being because also they do not use protection over here. Most of them, they do have protection here, and I forgot to switch off the notification on my cell phone again. But this time that was not grumpy. So yes, and I suppose that's why then they have a lot of children in the older days. Say you see it's less now than it used to. So big families due to the cat. That cat's just come in. Yes, so big families due to very active women, and in the olden days, no contraception was allowed because of their faith, and yeah, probably lots of brownouts, no TV, whatever. I don't know. So another thing, just also quick, I'm always asked if I can talk or speak Tagalog or one of the local dialects in the Philippines. So I have tried a few times, but I don't, normally a day or 2 days later, I'm lost. It's too first, yeah, many long words, and I think it was like yesterday also. So I was sitting there in the room. There's also another thing, the ratio men women. I'll come to that in a minute. Before I forget what was, remind me. So sitting in this room full of women, and they're all. That's what it sounds like. I said to somebody, it's like sitting in a chicken house, where they breed the chickens. That's all you. And that's what their language sounds like. So, oh, and it's like That's what it sounds for me because they talk. Obviously, they don't talk loud, but for us, it sounds like it's loud. And yeah, I know a few words, but that is it. And then so they asked me, no, I don't. Oh, but you should try it. So I have tried. And it was like yesterday, we're in a small room, and the noise, just them talking, the women are loud. Oh, and then they sometimes it's like screaming. Oh, and I'm just sitting here, coming back to the ratio, men women. Many places I go to, for example, the party like we yesterday, there's a lot more women than men. Either, yeah, I don't know why. I was going to say either the men are working, or well, it could be yes, they're working abroad. Never thought that. But so again, we go out and nurses, they're loud, they're always laughing. The and then if you, this is another thing I've mentioned a few times in my videos. You don't all sit together mixed. The men will sit away, do their thing, and the women will sit and talk about their thing. I suppose like in now in Europe we sort of mix. What I was going to say is like the women talk about women things, so they're on their table, and the guys will talk about guys things and have a drink or two. But you'll also, this is only now what I've seen. Wherever you go, also the children, it's girls. That's why I came to that conclusion about the women. You see a lot more girls than boys. Also in our family, it's nearly all girls that being born. Although my wife now, she had 6 children, 5 of them were boys. So that's a bit weird also. But this is what I see in other families when we go anywhere. It's many girls and girls and girls and girls. There was just one more thing that I would like to add, and I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression or wrong thing in what I'm trying to say. I think I've mentioned it once before in another video, so I've got to know. So when you are, yeah, America or a non-Asian country, right? You'll get all different types of women, different shades of white, red, snow white, pale white, slightly brown, black, um, hair, different, blonde, red, uh, black, um, whatever. I think you know what I mean. And then curly and then I will say the ugliness or the you'll get really ugly women. Or say you go out somewhere shopping, you go to a store, you'll probably see. I know this is just I'm comparing to a year now. You'll probably see 2, 3 women where you think, oh, she looks really nice. So guys, here, even though maybe they're a little bit on the large side, they still have very pretty faces. And I even say to my wife, because she says, "Oh, what you?" I says, "Well, I said they're all nearly all the girls, nearly all of them, are very pretty, and a lot of them they have a nice figure, and so it doesn't matter where you have a wife or a partner. I mean, it's different for the Filipinos, the men, because they're brought up like this, and they don't look at girls like we do in Europe, and if this in China, for example, Europe. I'm not sure what it's like in America. I'm just saying Europe. You got the guys, construction workers, or whatever, guys sitting on a wall. A girl on the other side of the road will go past. And they go, hey, hey. They don't do that here. And if I'm standing with them and a nice girl comes along, I'll say to them, hey, and they don't really know what I mean. For them, it is completely, it's like, I don't know, what's normal? Normal? Normal. So, getting back, so we'll be at a party, a girl will come in, I think, wow, she looks really nice. Another one will come in, wow, is it long, straight black hair, and they've always got their lipstick on. They smell nice. The skin's nice and shiny. When they're nice and thin, and yeah, and they just come one after another. And what impresses me also is when they're singing. Many of them they're super singers, so it may and they drink. They can drink just as much as the men can. So it's very. It's like in the beginning, it's wow. They look good. They can sing, and they can drink. it's yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Um, I've said it in some of my videos before. When I first went to Shanghai, there's, they have a street there. It's called the Tongren Loop. So that's very similar to the walking street in Angeles here, or the Lockhart Road in Hong Kong, where there's lots of bars. Well, the Tongren Loop in Shanghai, so that I think there was about 15 bars, if I'm right. Was it 12, 30, 15? And full of um, Filipina women. And when you haven't been to a place like that, or even if you have been to a place like that, after a few, you go in there, just very beautiful women. Oh my God, crazy! It was just, and again, you go to a disco in the UK or in Germany, it's like, yeah, for us then it's like normal. You'd see probably one or two, like I said, one or two, maybe three nice girls or young women, and yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, it's what I find very dangerous here in the Philippines are, and I would say the girls, the very young, yeah, no, they're not even women, well, 16, 15, 14. They also put their lipstick on or when they go to school, and yeah, they look nice. And yeah, that I think that's very dangerous. I don't like it much. I say to my wife, I say, do they have to walk around like that? Or parents don't say anything. Again, for them, it's normal. Um, for example, I know the schools in UK or even in Germany, the girls weren't allowed to go into school with lipstick on or makeup. Not allowed. And I did mention it in one of my videos. I can't remember now. It was where we went to resort, So I'm not sure how old they were. They were very young. Yeah, and they're going past me, and they're like a model, and yeah. Anyway, guys, it's just a few thoughts I had in my head. As I did actually say I had some thoughts of videos in my last video, and I forgot. That was some of the points. So, guys, I'll leave it at that. I might take a rest now in my relaxing chair before I get woken up for something. I'll see you on my next video, guys, or my next live. So until then, it's goodbye. See you guys. Take care.